Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, the God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Ah, Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make up what I seen to make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, how they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead that can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the right. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing! You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
good evening, and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. Me never even feel okay enough to be out here this evening, but because everybody has said we are bringing politics into this thing, even Dana, who don't know the difference between man and woman, so we make things worse by the on social media. I bring politics into it. Not a word of how her government and prime minister is starving the people of Jamaica. But when we talk, when the international media talk, Jamaica media is really silence and the starvation that's really going on in places like Westmoreland, Hanover, St. Elizabeth, and some places in St. James. The government is absolutely starving people into submission or starving them to get rid of them off a land. But as con to the labor rights them is dirty drunk PNP like we make things a go bad. Me never know say the incompetency of the prime minister and the lack of care of the prime minister that is causing the relief effort to be handled so dismal. But all of us have the right to say in this social space. But everybody in the end will see who cares about poor people. Because I hear a lot of labor rights across social media. And you mustn't spend back any money in St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland because they're in hurricane zone and they can get hit at any time. So the government must not put any money into those areas because by next year it mash up again. It's okay for them to talk about the rest of us Jamaicans like that. But when we talk about the inadequacies of Andrew Holness government, even Donna, we pretend like she care about poor people. Until we say we are bring politics into it. Then I don't see the amount of plane we're coming to the country with relief. Then I don't see the amount of plane we're coming to the country with relief and the people them still not get it. She never listened to Parliament yesterday and here say up until now, government officials have not been seen in Hanover. Hanover, which is one of the 6 parish that got the worst hit. Danana cry shame upon our government and George Wright, who stole the relief for Westmoreland, for Central Westmoreland people yesterday. But Dana said, we are bring politics into it. How the relief then Dana go get to George Wright? Relief that should have been coordinated to Dwayne Vaz's office. It go from Colonel Charles's ministry straight to George Wright. But we are being political. Oh dear. Evening, everybody. How do you do? Welcome. Let's go to ITV News. ITV News put out a video this morning. None of them want we to shut up. The whole of social media and Andrew friend them want us to shut up. Maybe the international media overnight become PNP. Maybe overnight the international media get up and become PNP and I play politics. Or because them white and golden tell them to come here, to come ask the government these questions. People like them now, sister, the government and the opposition desperately want to work with the government in this issue. But the government is hell-bent. It's a government thing, and we have to do what we have to do. Dana said it, Andrew said it. But all of those things brush over their ears. It's us who are holding the government to account. Because what I notice with these illiterate Jamaicans like Danago and these political Jamaicans like Danago, because she use her platform effectively to defend the fuckery, you know, is that all of us must drop oversight at the moment and go cap in hand with a government who we can't even question in our parliament. People like them, they don't see that. But because we hold the government to account, because we talk about poor people who are suffering for hunger and thirst, while we say plane load after plane load of people coming into the country, of relief coming into the country. While we say entertainers after entertainers, celebrity after celebrity, influencer after influencer, vlogger after vlogger, end up into those same area with support where government still can't reach with. But we are political. We're making things bad, as Danago have it. We're making things worse by bringing politics into it. Sometimes you have to pardon the dunce, but sometimes you also have to respond to a dunces.
For 4 days, we have witnessed desperate attempts by storm survivors to find supplies. We have heard the anger and frustration of Jamaicans
Food we want, water we want, everything.
as they wait for help from their own government. The despair came from those who live inland.
Jamaican people need desperate help.
And it came from those in coastline communities.
No clinic, we don't have no school, we don't have no food. My mom is
We have seen suffering on a large scale. And what seemed to me to be a slow and grossly inadequate national and international emergency response.
Why the prepositioned aid was in.
So we came here to the Jamaican Parliament to put the criticism directly to the government. Matthew Samuda is one of the key ministers involved.
We've been besieged by people saying to us, look, we need water, we need fuel, we need power, we need water. What would you say to those people?
It pains us deeply what they're going through on the western end of the island. But help is indeed coming. We are benefiting significantly from international logistics support now and mobility. We expect the position this evening to be better than yesterday. We expect the position tomorrow to be better than today. This is a storm that could be classified as the world's first Category 6 hurricane. If this storm had hit New York or London, response would not be much different because it is 185-mile-an-hour winds sustained that hit a very old set of towns. So this is to be expected. There is no jurisdiction on Earth that would function seamlessly post 185-mile-an-hour storm.
What does the Caribbean learn? What does Jamaica learn? What does the world learn about the need for greater resiliency in infrastructure given climate change?
We're going to have to go back to the drawing board. I think we're going to have to pull the best engineers in the world to look at the solutions that can withstand a Category 5 or Category 6 storm, because this is, I think, the 7th year in a row that a Category 5 hurricane has made landfall in the Caribbean. We are on the front lines of the climate crisis, and we have to adapt in a manner that takes into consideration the realities that we face. Building with the same structures is not gonna help us at all.
And that is evident across the whole of the disaster zone. This school has already been rebuilt after a previous hurricane. And look at it now. Vanessa, a school principal, took ITV News into the wreckage of her classrooms. She warned that schools might take a year to reopen, and she is frightened for her students.
they're not doing well. About 90% of them are homeless at this moment. I checked in on them just before I came here. They were happy to see me. They're always happy to see me, but the reality is they don't have any homes. Our students cannot manage the online because there's no infrastructure for it. There's no electricity, there's no internet, so they can't go online. Their bags are wet, their books are wet, their beds are wet. So it's really hard.
Jamaica's challenge is not just recovering from Melissa. It is also preparing for the next great hurricane. Robert Moore, ITV News, in Western Jamaica.
I hope ITV News all of a sudden don't become PNP. Because when you open your mouth in this country, you're PNP. Everybody must just shut their mouth and watch the destruction of our people and of our country. But we can't talk. We can't ask any questions. And then these same stupid motherfuckers speak about free speech. Free speech in our country is only to protect the criminality of labor rights and its supporters. That's the only free speech that we have. How dare do we question them? How dare do we call out their ills and their wrongs? It's because we're PNPs and we're drunk. Let's listen to 119 Take and the treatment of the Jamaica people by our government, and how Haiti, how the people of Haiti, how the gangs of Haiti is doing much better in bringing resources to the people than our very own democratically run, peaceful governing society.
Do you know that poor little Haiti, one of the poorest countries in the entire world, is doing much better in getting relief supplies to the people in Haiti? Much better than Jamaica? Who would have believed that? Who can believe that? Well, me I go prove it to you. I am going to prove it to you. In fact, in Haiti, some of the people in the worst affected areas have already been evacuated. Jamaica is yet to evacuate even one single Jamaican from anywhere.
Did anyone hear of the Prime Minister declare a period of mourning for the 32 lives that they have told us, even though we know it's more, for the 32 lives lost? Have the Prime Minister, have anyone heard of the Prime Minister declare a period of national mourning in the country? Because Haiti has declared, I think, about 3 days of national mourning. Haiti, which is overrun by gang, a society which is broken down to the point where even our very own Jamaica have sent troops and army there to stabilize that country. You need to bring them home because we need to stabilize, you know. No longer can we say Jamaica is on the road to Haiti. We know we have caught up with Haiti. Are we further down the hill? Is the bigger question. How far ahead of Haiti are we going down the hill? Is the greater question we ought to be asking ourselves.
Where? And it's not voodoo. It's not voodoo them I use and do it over Haiti. What it is? What it is? May I go tell you what it is and may I go show you what it is. It is because the aid is bypassing the government. So, in a Jamaica, our government tell we say when any aid will come in our country must go through them. Must go through the government, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. And that is what is causing the bottleneck. So much sitting coming at the country already. In 1 week, a whole heap of sitting coming at Jamaica. Where they? Because you know they are St. Elizabeth. You know they are Westmoreland. You know they are Manchester. You know they are Hanover. And it is because in Haiti, the aid, them say they now go through the government. Them a go around the government. So me I go show you now. The main newspaper in Haiti, named the Haitian Times. I'm gonna read for what it say. And then me I go read the opposite thing. Where the Jamaican newspapers, where the Gleaner say. And the headline says, in move to reach survivors in Haiti, millions for hurricane relief bypass government. That is what the headline say. And see this story here? It says, in the wake of Hurricane Melissa's deadly passage, a number of organizations announced they will provide funds, supplies, and support to groups in Haiti closest to victims instead of going through the Haitian government.
I'll get back to this. Young BT Wagwan. I play that video for a morning because when you don't underestimate certain information at certain time. In a lot of events and carrying ons around this world, there's often sometime there is a hidden hand. That hidden hand, most of the time, is the Americans.
Finally made it to Jamaica. They've been searching for this loophole for years. A window of opportunity to go into Jamaica with U.S. military presence. And you may say what you want to say. They're there to help. That's good. Right? That they're there to help. But the ultimate thing is not to help the people of Jamaica. It's to push China out of Jamaica. They finally made it to Jamaica. They've been searching for this loophole for years. A window of opportunity to go into Jamaica with U.S. military presence. And you may say what you want to say. They're there to help. That's good. Right? That they're there to help. But the ultimate thing is not to help the people of Jamaica. It's to push China out of Jamaica. They finally made it to Jamaica.
Don't underestimate this. Do not really underestimate the Americans taking up foothold in a Jamaica, giving Donald Trump tirade when it comes to China. Let's get back to 119 though, because we're not going to stop speaking about the starvation of our people. Because even if we weren't getting international aid, if our government had any care for the people and use the resources that we have, partnership with the private sector, and a meaningful partnership with the wider Jamaica. All of these were happening in Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. Elizabeth and St. James. Them hunger, yeah. People just step on roadside and beg for food and water. Would not happen. But there's no coordination. There's no expeditious action when it comes to alleviating the suffering of our people. However, we don't have to talk about it because this is not the time for politics.
Do you know that poor little Haiti, one of the poorest countries in the entire world, is doing much better in getting relief supplies to the people in Haiti? Much better than Jamaica? Who would have believed that? Who can believe that? Well, me I go prove it to you. I am going to prove it to you. In fact, in Haiti, some of the people in the worst affected areas have already been evacuated. Jamaica is yet to evacuate even one single Jamaican from anywhere. And it's not voodoo. It's not voodoo them I use and do it over Haiti. What it is? What it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to show you what it is. It is because the aid is bypassing the government. So, in a Jamaica, our government tell us when any aid will come in our country must go through them. Must go through the government. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. And that is what is causing the bottleneck. So much sitting coming at the country already. In 1 week, a whole heap of sitting coming at Jamaica. Where they? Because you know they are St. Elizabeth. You know they are Westmoreland. You know they are Manchester. You know they are Hanover. And it is because in Haiti, the aid, them say they now go through the government. Them are go around the government. So me I go show you now. The main newspaper in Haiti, named the Haitian Times. I'm gonna read for you what it say. And then me I go read the opposite thing. Where the Jamaican newspapers, where the Gleaner say. And the headline says, in move to reach survivors in Haiti, millions for hurricane relief bypass government. That is what the headline say. And see this story here? It says, in the wake of Hurricane Melissa's deadly passage, a number of organizations announced they will provide funds, supplies, and support to groups in Haiti closest to victims instead of going through the Haitian government, totaling nearly $10 million. And then I must US that. The aid will cover emergency supplies, hygiene kits, medical care, and food for Haiti and other affected nations. Working alongside Haiti's Civil Protection Directorate, the international organizations have already begun relief efforts in the regions most affected by Melissa. You hear that? In Petit Goave, the hardest hit area that lost 23 of the 30 lives reported killed by the storm. Both non-governmental organizations and foreign governments, including World Vision Haiti, which announced $300,000 in aid, say they are aiming to support grieving families and survivors directly. Quote, the funds mentioned coming from World Vision National Emergency Preparedness and Response are not given to the Haitian government. Guy Fauber Vital Hearn. Karen no say government a thief.
When an American foreign secretary visits your country, things might not be the same after. You hear what I said to you? When an American foreign secretary visits your country, things just might never be the same after that visit.
And government a problem and government a bureaucracy. You no see that? Me say if you no see that. All right. So I'm gonna read the opposite thing for you now from the Gleaner in Jamaica. This is where the Gleaner say as opposed to Haiti. And the Gleaner headline says the Netherlands, European Union deliver another shipment of vital relief supplies after Melissa. I'm going to listen this carefully now. Let me go to the story and I want to read for you. I want you to listen this carefully. Cock up on your ears and listen. It says, the European Union, the Netherlands, and international partners have delivered an additional shipment of emergency relief supplies to support Jamaica's recovery following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa. It says the Dutch Navy support ship HNLMS Pelican docked in the Kingston Harbor yesterday carrying power generators at a party I want to hear. The ship carry come power generators, solar lamps, batteries, medical and health supplies, emergency shelter materials, and vehicles to assist communities hardest hit by the hurricane. Who knows see how much sitting the ship carry come at Jamaica? And this is the worrying part now. This is the troubling part. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, who was on hand to receive the shipment on behalf of the government and people of Jamaica, said the delivery of relief supplies has been challenging due to blocked roads and flooded bridges. Oh Lord, when is this shipment?
Everybody then go around go tell that one story, you know. Everybody then go around go tell that one story they can't get to it. St. Elizabeth, most of St. Elizabeth, or a lot of St. Elizabeth, you had access to from Wednesday. It's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 3, about 11 hosts. In a PAROTTEE, about 11 hosts cut off. And those hosts, you can still access them from the Black River end of Crane Road, Panny Road where Fly Green live. But the rest of the community, you can access by going around Darkest Road and coming through Hilltop. Or you can come via Junction South Barbary Hall, coming down Hilltop. You see celebrities, entertainers, vloggers, influencers making their way to these same marooned area with food, tarpaulin, and water and other supplies. But every time the government talk to nobody, it's because we're marooned. We are marooned. That's why them can't get to it.
And way to reach the people. Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith and the government. When is this shipment? These so much generators and what generator, 10 ton, all kind of thing, all vehicles. When it go reach the people of Jamaica. These people are talking, while people are suffer. You don't understand? How do you not understand? 1 week, more than a week, the people can't brush them teeth. Them can't bathe. When them do, them not have nothing to wipe them bottom. The people them start smell. The place stink. When you drive, go down there. And me go down there now. Me just wait for you organize up things, because me go down there. Me full up one truck. That's why me beg on some things. Send some donations to 119. I'm gonna do my part. Me not just chat. Me gonna do my part and me gonna video it. So everybody can see where the donations go. Just inbox me. Write in the comment section or something, or, you know, send me a message, inbox me somewhere. And let me know. Make we make the arrangement for you to send the donation. When you drive, go down there. And we're gonna video everything when I go down there. When we drive, go down there. The little picnic them, they on the roadside with them hands stretch out. Their hands stretch out, so stretch out. I beg, please, beg us some water. That is what is going on. That is what is going on down there. Oh God, the people of here, not in the body them. They can't collect. The people of here buried, dig hole and put the people in the same place, same time. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Where is the help? Where is the help and the assistance to the people them? Why we cannot just simply coordinate things, man? What's so hard? The whole of the artists them just get up and just go down there with things. Why the government can't just get up and go down there with all the things them when they get? What is it? What's the problem? Why are we seeing so many artists, Shelley and Fraser Price, athletes, down there, hanging out sitting? Where is the government agencies and the international media? Have we now like a puppy show? It is a shame and disgrace when you watch the international media and them a show Jamaica and I show the people them a beg. Oh God, government, do you think that is doing well for our tourism? You think that tourists are going to come to a place where people look so desolate and desperate? Even the place will mash up, not so bad because they understand that's a natural disaster. But when the people them look so man, if tourists them are afraid to come here. They're afraid to come here. They don't turn the people them as scavengers. Scavengers. I am begging you. I am asking you, please. Please. Whatever you have. No matter how little bit it is. Send it. Send it, please. Make some arrangements, please. Me PayPal and thing, if me put it up, them are going to restrict the video, so I can't do it. So that's why I say to you, I'm going to set up and GoFundMe to you now, because I have to do something, man. I can't sit down, so man, my conscience now give me to just sit down and just a chat, man. I have to do something, man. I have to do something. We have to do something. Everybody have to do something, man. Oh, God, the people, them are going to start killing over. They are going to start killing over from hungry and thirst. Oh, God. You know what it is when they can't get a drop of water for drink? What a crisis. So this is a bigger crisis than the storm. This is a bigger crisis than the storm. Please, me, I beg you. Please. Out of the goodness of our heart, man. Come on, man. Have something about you, man. Please, man. Me, I beg you, man. Send a little thing come. 119 will be on the case. I mean, I look on for thief. We not thief, not everything on video. So just get in touch with me, please. Please, I'm begging you. If I even $10, $5, all of my fans, them, and all of my haters, them, please, me, I beg you. 119.
Have you ever wondered?
I am going to repeat exactly what I said this morning. Following parliaments around the world, after a national tragedy or a national disaster, Parliament is one of a somber mood. Not so yesterday for the Jamaican Parliament, given we're undergoing the worst tragedy we've ever undergone since slavery. Very robust and jollified, and it was quite business as usual. Also, what normally happens after such a tragedy in a country where multi people have died from that tragedy, government would normally announce a period of mourning in the country. Even Haiti, which leadership has broken down in, have declared a period of mourning for the 30 people that have lost their life during the passage of Melissa in Haiti. Where is all this big talk about Jamaica, the super country, Jamaica, a developing country, and overnight our country was toppled by a hurricane, and every system becomes third world. Jamaica has gone beyond the third world mentality, where a prime minister with an entire government just cannot get it right. A government who can manage in the middle days of the disaster, a government that can manage to organize an international concert in Britain, in Jamaica, in America, in Canada. This government still cannot get food to the people. The same government that have the time to organize all of the fun and dance. This very same government cannot function. But we must praise this prime minister if you are to follow some of his social media fools. You ought to praise him. You ought to glorify him. He's doing the best. Jamaica is a little country. Jamaica is a poor country. But where is the hope of resources where we say, come, how much he had plane, nearly 100 plane now of resources, and nothing is happening on the ground. Parliament was disgraceful yesterday, Jennifer Simpson. Disgraceful. The first time Parliament meet after a national tragedy, after a national disaster. No declaration of national mourning, and no respect for the dead. The dead were the government not even talk about. The dead were the government not even appropriately count and tell we. The dead were the government have laid down pan road for days with everybody a step over, as in the case of North Street, Black River, where vlogger got Black River Thursday, Friday, go find body, while the Prime Minister, Minto and Floyd Green and Tufton and the mayor of Black River was on North Street on Wednesday, and dead body in a Black River. Unless Conroy Anderson is lying. Unless the volunteer who point Conroy to the body was lying. But then Minto, who they reported to, who sent Brown Funeral Parlor to come and pick up the body, would have to come out here and tell us that they are lying. In a disaster zone, you know, the government talk about dead body or dead animals. St. Elizabeth is awash with dead animal when you speak to people. St. Elizabeth is a stench when you speak to people. Where is Dr. Tufton? Have anyone seen him or heard of him for that matter? The last time he was at the press briefing, he was just speaking a load of bullshit. I honestly cannot tolerate listening to these press briefing anymore. I really am not learning anything. One. Two, I don't see any help getting to the people. Three, when they get asked a question, they go back to the same answers they gave you even before Melissa arrived. We're just not progressing. I mean, a lot of these people who depend on social media are criticize everybody who spoke of the inadequacies and the incompetencies of this government. It's like they're paid to be out there. It's like these people are robots. Because when you see the images, Jamaica media, one of the Jamaica media, where is the Jamaica media? Come in and see them have published the hunger enough. ITV News from London here is putting more emphasis. I wonder if the Jamaica media have been barred from saying certain things. I wonder if the Jamaican media has been barred from saying things because they're not like what happened in Black River. If media was doing their work, vloggers wouldn't come tell you about it. Media would have come tell you about it first. It's twice now I've seen a report from ITV News speaking of in the disaster zone. I'm not hearing much.
But it's just nowhere near enough. This strikingly is a seeing here in the parish of Westmoreland for the first time the arrival of limited amounts of aid. It's food, it's water, it's products like bleach, all of which are needed. But it's just nowhere near enough. This strikingly is a private donation coming out of Kingston. There's still incredibly no sign of aid or support from the Jamaican government or indeed from international organizations either. So this in no way is enough. It needs to be scaled up. It needs to be mobilized here quickly. We just come from communities up in the hills where people are injured and needing help. We've seen people with deep cuts and gashes, and they say they have no medical facilities to turn to. Everything up there has been destroyed. So I would judge right now that the needs in Western Jamaica are perhaps greater than ever before. At the moment it is literally neighbor helping neighbor as they've weathered the storm. But now comes the much more important task of trying to rebuild infrastructure, repair homes, and try and get their lives back before hunger begins to strike here. There's a significant problem here, and this is just the beginning of what needs to be a massive relief effort. Well, we're seeing
the mainstream media in Jamaica is like, they're not aware of this. I do believe Diane Jackson Miller's anger and fury in her question on Monday was a consequences after she went round the country on the weekend, I think. But the people are still getting no help. No help is coming to the people. The little package of food doesn't really last long. And it's not an everyday thing, it's every 2 or 3 days. They may go to a community, Floyd Green, because I not just PNP constituency. This is a plan, a bigger plan. Because members say Floyd Green, a labor right. Floyd Green, though, is missing in action a lot. Floyd Green never reached the parity until Sunday night, 9 o'clock, with kids' meal. 1-piece chicken, a biscuit, chips, and drinks. Yes. So it's a careful plan to frustrate and starve the people. It's gonna hard to starve, especially we run a parity there, unless we prevent we barrel them from foreign, from get to the people. There isn't a house in a parity and its surrounding community, i.e. Spice Grove, Hilltop, and all of that. There isn't a single house in our community where one of we not live America, Canada, or England. Not a single house. We also have a river and springs in our community, Andrew Holness. That help to protect we from this barrage where the government are carry out power with. My cousin get figure a Mandeville yesterday, figure restock our shop. So liquor grocery in our community. How more we get to Christmas is the more the food crisis could turn out or could rise more. Because as I told you from the other day, there is rationing in some of the supermarkets already, because when we, not some of the places higher up the line, because when we got our contact to bring things to St. Elizabeth, they could even get everything one place. Couldn't get everything at Old Harbor, couldn't get everything at Maypen, and so on, because shops up the line not making you pick up too much of one item. This can get worse. But if them allow barrels them to go through, then food we get to the people them. Because if we send barrel every 3 months, and once government make them get the barrel them, then we have food. And we have a river in our community. So no can drive for water now go kill we. We may want kill we by poison and contaminate the river. Wouldn't be unusual. Wouldn't be an unusual thing. It's the very same thing we do with we in slavery. You understand? So it wouldn't be anything unusual or strange. It wouldn't be anything that you all haven't done to us before. Being rebellious don't mean disunity. An unwillingness to comply with the government, which I will not do, is not disunity. Continuously holding the government to account step by step, it's not disunity. What is disunity? Is those of you who want us to see the government shut people down in the street and we tell the world it was not the government. I cannot do that. Because some of you who are speaking are far detached from what has actually happened in places like St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, and all of them places will get terribly hit, particularly Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, where them demolish we. Now, I was speaking to one of my cousins yesterday. They didn't evacuate, but they are not living exactly on the coastline. They are about, I think, about less than half a mile from the coastline. And because upstairs building in the yard, so they stayed to tough out the hurricane there. So I was asking him today about the tidal wave, because I don't hear much people from Westmoreland talking about a tidal wave, or on a hear of White House people talking about the tidal wave that hit them, because that is the thing that destroyed Black River and PAROTTEE Beach so much. The whole of the coastal line there, PAROTTEE and Black River, we had a massive tidal wave that went more than a mile inland. People in neighboring communities almost drowned. So I was speaking to him about the tidal wave to him. Explain to me about how much coarser wave, because we from that section, we used to rough seas, and we used to what is called northwest wind. Northwest wind, you will see some big wave that come to you, almost tall like a coconut tree, and them come periodically. So I asked him about the tidal wave. I said to him, how much courses of wave una have? He said, cousin, it was one. When a massive billow, a stretch of water come, and it head, when it's a crossroad, the head crossroad that are further up on the dry land, the head crossroad, he said, if it is that there was more than one wave, he said the wave that dash, he said if we had two of those, the entire community would have been flattened. Because he said, what happened to our community? Because they stayed, they didn't go to the evacuation center. And there, downstairs in the building, water came all the way to their neck. Then they had to go upstairs. But he said, if what remember say in a day, so they have the ability, they was able to see what was going on outside when the tidal wave come and the big flood surge. He said, if we got two of that wave, the community would have been demolished, because what we had there was just one. So, St. Elizabeth, we get a double whammy. We get the wind, the rain, and we got a ferocious tidal wave. If anybody know the setup of our community, Spice Grove and Springfield is about 1.5 miles when you use the perpendicular line, I think that's what they call it. About 1.5 miles, the communities are separated, are situated from the coastal line. And that 1.5 miles distance, water got to people's neck because that community didn't evacuate. We wouldn't see a reason for evacuating them from because they're not living on the coastline. They're living about 1.5 miles from the coastline. But even those people almost drown as well. That's how ferocious of a tidal wave we got on our end. You just got to look at Black River in its dereliction. That doesn't mean, though, that given that we have gone through a Category 5 hurricane, that government cannot function. Vloggers are functioning. Influencers are functioning. Entertainers are functioning. Beanie Man Foundation out there do a lot. Shelly and Fraser out there do a lot. Shaggy is doing a lot. Vloggers of all different caliber is doing a lot. Andrea Perkins told us yesterday she have tried rigorously to get through to Pernell Charles, who, remember, Dana Dixon told us the search and rescue of people who are marooned, you know that famous word, depends on the information coming from the councillors and the MPs. But when Andrea Perkins, for 6 to 7 days, is trying to get in touch with Pernell Charles, and Pernell Charles only got back in touch with her and sent people from his ministry to her constituency on the day when she was coming to Parliament. We must talk about it, though. We are being political. The same Pernell Charles who played the double agent by telling Dwayne Vaz that an airdrop is coming to your constituency, but then send George Wright there with a truck to steal the relief. What can go so? Don't talk about it, though. We're being political when we talk about it. I'm going to have to chop off my mouth. Because if you tape it up, my hand can still use marker pen and write on cartridge paper. I can nail it up on light posts and the world can see it same way. Remember, sister, we used to communicate? Remember that used to be our post on social media? Anything you want people to see, you write it on cartridge paper and you nail it on light posts? Yes. But one thing me now go do, me now go roll over and praise the government for fuckery. Me now go roll over and praise the government for doing nothing. Because people are suffering. Communities have been destroyed. People are left in an unsanitary condition. The government had not sought to make any meaningful relief assistance. No provision of tent or makeshift homes, field hospital, all them something there. We just left to fend for ourselves. This, though, Andrew Holness, might just be the trigger for that well-needed revolution. You see, this treatment of the people, Prime Minister, in our most desolate time, given how much money we've seen you've collected internationally and insurance, we've seen how much aids of all sorts, food and others, that have been brought into the country. The people are angry. The people are frustrated, Prime Minister. This might just be the trigger for the well-needed revolution that Jamaica needs. Steady on, my people. Do not sell your land. And when they come, ask them, on what land? Because nobody's asking the government, on what land will you be building that new city and the new South Coast tourism? No, that's not a dream. I'm not dreaming it. The government actually said it. A bigger question that a lot of you on social media who are attacking us should be asking, have the government consulted with the people of St. Elizabeth about its new city and its South Coast tourist development? I would have thought if the government have such a plan, then the government ought to consult us and we ought to take a part into the whole of it. But there is always a but. But do ask the question, on what land? Thank you very much for being here with us tonight. Don't feel good, but maybe just have to run, come out, come re-highlight the poverty. Because we're going to continue to highlight the man-made poverty, just like we highlight the man-made disaster. And we're going to continue to highlight the pending man-made health crisis, the man-made public health crisis, where the Prime Minister have carcass after carcass leading back into the waterway. Carcass after carcass, we're going to get where the dengue are going to derive a mosquito go feeding on the same water, and with them dengue and with cholera and with gastroenteritis. It's a slow martyrdom. It is a slow martyrdom. America and her stale food and poison pills. Be careful of the Gates Foundation. Anyway, see you all in the morning. Thank you very much for your support. Lovely to have you as always. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not yet. And let us continue to do the best for our people. This is not about being nice or friendly to government. This is not about defending our course in government or politicians for that matter. Because I didn't just attack labor rights this morning when it comes to the mood of parliament yesterday. I also attacked the PNP. Both of them were too jolly, especially the labor rights. The mood of our parliament yesterday wasn't one of a country who are in the midst of a national disaster, which is even handled more terribly than the disaster we experience. Thank you and good night.
Oh, thy peace, the God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey.
Joseph Walker, to respond to you. Everybody in the government I try make a buck at the moment. But it just surprised me about Jeep Wrangler or so. It not surprised me about Juliet. This is for the politician them. This is all about money. You know, say Andrew draw back OPM into an office. Me never even know say OPM AdPem. Me never even know say AdPem come out of OPM, but see in dry back in there now because so much is coming. some of the things that shocked me though is some of the vlogger them were always used to talk about Andrew corruption. Some of them are promote Andrew, you know, the money thing where Andrew and the Indian boy set up. Missing vlogger, certain vloggers are promote that something. Me could never, even if you do it in the start and you there direct people to donate to the government coffers to assist the people. But when you see so much plane load of aid coming to the country, so much money sent to the country, and the people still can't get it, you think me could have still continue to tell the people donate to the government? It's an agenda. And some vloggers on board, you have to be careful. It's an agenda. And there are vloggers out there who are on board with the agenda. Thank you very much, my people. Good night.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is so dead. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat and not press the floor. Make out what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the didn't can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might show one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man show one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man show one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man show one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.